Welcome to Professor Stoker's Guide to Creating a Blog. You are required to keep a blog for INAF 201, Intro to International Affairs, and for some other courses. This video will show you how to create a blog using Google's Blogger website. You are not obligated to use this Google site. There are plenty of other alternatives, like WordPress, that are also perfectly acceptable. This video assumes that you already have a Google account. Some people may not be aware that they actually have a Google account. If you use Gmail, well, Gmail is a Google product, and so you actually have a Google account. If you don't use Gmail or other Google products, you will need to create a Google account by going to a Google website, such as google.com, gmail.com, blogger.com, and then clicking Sign Up, Create an Account, or whatever other similar phrase appears on that page. This will not be covered in this video. Once you have your account set up, make sure you have your username and password ready. Now let's get started. First, put in your username and password. Click Sign In. This should take you to the main Blogger screen, also known as the Blogger dashboard. On the left side, there will be a button that is labeled New Blog. Click on this to create a new blog. Give your blog a title. I'm going to call this Jane's International Affairs blog. Next, create a web address or URL address for your blog. Now, this address is very important. This is the address that internet users, including Professor Stoker, will use to access your blog. You will need to send this information to your professor, so make sure you keep track of what you put in here. Now, I'm going to put in INAF 12345. They will check to make sure it's available. In other words, no other Blogger users are using this address. And as it so happens, this blog address is available. And if it's not available, the screen will indicate it right here. Now that I've given it a title and a web address, I need to pick a template. A template is basically how the blog will appear on the internet. You can choose from any of these options. I'm going to choose the simple option. Then click on the orange button that says Create Blog. You have now successfully created your blog. So now that you have it, what are you going to do with it? Well, it's time to create your first blog post. Now on the screen, the orange button with the pin is the button used to create new blog posts. Yes, that is a pin. Click it, and this will take you to the blog post editor screen. First, give your post a title. Now, I'm going to basically write a short post about an accident last week in Bangladesh, and I'm going to call this post Accident in Bangladesh Illustrates the Dangers of Globalization, right? Then I'll start writing the text of the post. As you can see, it's not unlike other word processing software tools. So if you're familiar with Microsoft Word, Google Documents, or many other word processing software, then you shouldn't have much trouble navigating this. Because this is a web article, you are likely to use hyperlinks. So the way to use hyperlinks is to highlight the text you'd like hyperlinked, and then click on the link button. So let's say I want to reference an article from the Washington Post about the accident in Bangladesh. I highlighted Bangladesh, I click on link, and then it will ask me for the web address of the article. To get that, I go to the article itself, I copy this URL at the top, go back to the Blogger screen, and then I paste it into this space next to web address. Once that's there, I click OK, and my hyperlink has been inserted. Now I can continue typing my post. Once I've finished my post, I can choose from a variety of options. First, I can preview the post to see how it would look on the website. So I click preview, and a new window pops up. And this shows how the blog post will look once it's finally published. Now at this point, it has not yet been published, so that's important to note. I can go back to the main screen by closing this preview window. My next option is to save it. Saving it basically just saves whatever work you've done on it so far. You can save your blog post at any time and go back and work on it later. But saving it does not publish it. In other words, just because you've saved it doesn't mean you're done, because when the professor goes to look at your blog, if you've only saved it and you haven't published it, it won't yet be there. Finally, the last option is to publish. Publishing it makes it appear on your blog so that other internet users, including Professor Stoker, can actually read your post. So now I'm going to hit publish. Once you hit publish, Blogger will give you the option to share it on Google+. If you're a Google+ user, you're welcome to do that. You're not required to do so. You can also send it to other people you know, family members, parents, significant others. You're obviously not required to do this. I'm not going to do it, so I just click cancel. This will take you back to the dashboard where you can see all the different posts that you have done thus far. Right now I've only done one post, so there's only one available. But at any given time I can edit it, I can view the post, I can share it, or I can also delete the post if that's something that I want to do. I would not recommend that you delete your post. I would recommend that you leave all your posts up there for at least the duration of the course, in case I need to go back and look at posts you've done in the past, or if there's any confusion about grading. So do leave all your posts up there. You can also view your blog. Just go back to My Blogs, which will again show you the list of blogs you've created. Now at this point in time you only have one blog, and you can click on this post to view your blog. This will take you to the website that you created earlier. Remember how I created a web address that was inaf12345.blogspot.com? Well, here it is. And so when I, as your professor, go to grade your blog, I will just put in this web address into a separate window, and it will take me there. And voila, you are now a published web author. This tutorial has shown you how to create a blog on Blogger, one of many of the web tools available for bloggers. It is only the beginning. Blogging is an art form, and you are encouraged to search the web for other blogs to draw inspiration from. Good luck and happy blogging!